pre-alpha version of the Golden Knight available right now. Check the description down below to download it. I am back. Don't worry, my almost 50 subs. Come on, get your 50. I am back. By the way, I did great on my test in school, okay? So, welcome back to Mathantastic Productions. This is the devlog number 5 in the Golden Knight. And on this video, I'm gonna tell you all about my progress on the game in this week. Last week, I took a little break from game dev and YouTube to study for my exams, but Friday, I was back working on the game. So Friday. Of course, the open alpha version had plenty of bugs. So Friday, I focused on fixing plenty of the bugs. I fixed the bug where the pause screen would not work on a keyboard. And as requested by a viewer, I made the beginning of the game easier by removing a bunch of the enemies and also making them have less life. To finish the day, I drew and implemented the UIs that were missing, and they went from looking like this, yeah, very prototype, I know, to looking like this. Much better, I would say, right? On Saturday, I started the day by improving the sounds of the crumbling caves that play after you beat both of the stages of the boss, when the boss blows up and the cave starts crumbling. And here's how it used to sound. Yeah, pretty awful. That sound playing is the sound of the stones falling on the ground. All of the stones in the entire map are doing that sound at the same time. That's why it sounds so awful. So to fix that, I made it so that sounds only play if they're close to the camera. To finish up the sound, I downloaded this sound effect and played it on a loop when the cave is crumbling. After that, I improved the tutorial area by teaching the player how to do this move. To do this, well, I totally copied how Shovel Knight does that. I added this little bubble that appears here and you need to jump on top of it while using the Thursdau move to pass. So that teaches you how to use the Thursdau move. Then, I improved the cutscenes of the adventure. That's something I forgot to mention on the last devlog. I did add it on the new map. So now when you come up to this area, you will see this guy. But when you get close to him, he's gonna run away. You're gonna see him 4 times. The last time, he'll be dead right under where you find the first worm, giving an idea that, well, the worm killed him. To improve it, I added a trail renderer coming from him and a sound when he moves so that it looks like he's moving really fast. I then made as a viewer requested and tuned down the sounds that text made when you're talking to someone. And also I made the enemy particles, the enemy damage particles red. Here's how it used to look on the left and how it looks now on the right. I think it looks a lot better. On Sunday, I didn't do much because I had a college paper to do, so the only thing I could really do was to add sound to the worm. And then I proceeded to do my paper. On Monday, it wasn't much different because I had another paper to do. And that day I really couldn't do much when it comes to the game. On Tuesday, I was ready to get back to programming the game. So I continued to add the stuff that was missing in the open alpha by adding the sound to the secondary boss, the night boss. And I also added sound to these rocks that fall to the ground. Here's how it sounds. On Wednesday, I started working on a new system, a completely new system. A system that I still haven't finished to add. That is the secondary power-up system. Secondary power-ups will be very different than the primary power-ups like the dash. They're not necessary, you don't need to pick them up. They'll be hidden in some places in the map, and if you find it, good for you. You now have a power-up that will help you fight enemies, but it's not necessary. So, for that secondary power-up system, I made a selection wheel that helps you to choose which of the powers you will use. Right now, I am only pressing one button to spawn all these different colored cubes. I'm using the selection wheel to select them and pressing only one button to spawn all these different colored cubes. Of course, they're not gonna be colored cubes at the end. They're gonna be different power-ups you can use that you're gonna collect in the game. But to test, I used colored cubes. And with a keyboard, you just need to use 1 to 9 keys on the top of your keyboard. When you click that, it'll show you where each power-up is on a hotbar that will appear in the bottom of the screen. So you know where each power-up is. On Thursday, I changed the way the character dies. Instead of just doing a weird animation, it looked really bad before. Now he goes full Ragdoll and is thrown around the map, just flopping all around with his limbs. I think it looks really good. Tell me in the comments what you think about it. To finish the day, I added one power-up, which is the Fire Flask. It's a flask that you throw. When it hits anything, it explodes, damaging enemies in the area around the explosion. On Friday, I fixed a few bugs related to the Fire Flask power-up, and to finish the day, I recorded the audio for this video. On Saturday, I did basically two things. The first one was that I picked the Fire Flask power-up and I put it in a chest hidden in the map. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because I want you to play the game to find out on your own. And the second thing I did is that I edited this video and got it ready to release on Sunday. So we've reached the day. This is it. This was the video. Tell me in the comments how you like this new devlog style, where I tell you what happened each day. I am soon gonna put this feature in the open alpha version so that you can play it. So check the description down below if you want to download it. So this is the video. See you all next week. Hit the like button. Bye.